Why, hello everybody, welcome to Monday's random stream, I guess you could say. I'm going to get this switched over to that, get the music turned off here, and get right into the game. So, couple things have happened. Most notably, we're no longer sitting over Ghost Bear territory. We are sitting over Solaris territory, and there's a good reason for this one. We are, welcome in, Richard. Tell the boss I say hi. So what's happened? Why this big sudden change? Well, a couple things. We have a couple machines that need to be fixed or updated, and we have a couple machines that are just sitting here in storage that are not actually doing anything. We really want to get them on the field. And Dark Chaos has finally told us where we can find Chaos Theory. Now, the kicker is, let me just scroll all the way up, and it's here at Stratamecti. Just a small jump of 290 days for 2.3 million bucks in travel cost alone. It was at 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. We're looking at 240, 270. Oh, good. We're looking at least 25 to 30 mil minimum traveling money. Of course, it's right back to where we started. Of course. It's going to take a little while. It's a little bit of a drive, and it's going to be very expensive. So, yeah, that's why we're back over Solaris. We're going to be spending a little bit of time doing some quick missions for easy cash, is what the big plan is. Now, as far as the Mech Bay goes, the Nightjar, if everyone remembers what happened to the Nightjar last time, she was focused down and murdered. And a lot of that got broke. Like a lot. Mostly ammunition, but the torso also went. So we lost our battle computer heat, battle computer energy, which, all things said and done, yeah, I don't know why it's here. As far as Chaos Theory goes, I've actually haven't looked and seen what Chaos Theory is. I'm assuming it's a Kodiak. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. But I've actually never grabbed Chaos Theory before, so I couldn't honestly tell you. So, Nightjar, busted. Merely a flesh wound. Mad Cat 2P, not assembled. This is something that we're probably going to want to go ahead and do at some point, seeing as how this can potentially be a very good machine. It does have the cockpit interface, torso mounted, so we can't really change anything there, but the potential here is great. The Mark 2P. Not only that, but we have the Conquistador to think about. This lovely machine does require TSM to do anything with. Across the map charger, it's going to be a stretch, to say the least. So we do have the TSM to replace on the Conquistador. So that's a bonus. 100-ton Kodiak, 2 Lugers, 2 CMPLs, 2 ERMLS, and battle computers. So a decent machine then. Plus the affinity levels. Plus the time spent over Solaris, you may actually have some time to get some people neural implants. Which should be good. One other thing here for the Conquistador. I know there's a suggestion about getting a torso-mounted cockpit in this thing. It's an Omni. Just as a heads up, we are going to be unable to. And as you can see, yeah, we are blocked from doing it. Hey, Penguin, welcome in. So this cockpit interface is not going to be a viable option on the Conquistador, which is all right. It's already going to be a very tanky machine, very dangerous on the field once we get it patched up. But again, we're going to need money. This is going to be about 1 million C-bills alone just to get this machine up and running. Hey, Knox, welcome in. Job's going well, thank you for asking. Only been 30 days. But as for what else is available, well, golly gee, there's a Fafner here. And a Fafner would be a very nice 100-tonner. So we can actually build this one and get it ready. But the parts are going to be very expensive to assemble. And as for trying to get to the point where we can run across the galaxy as quickly as possible, we have the drive system here upgrade. This is going to cost about 8.6 million C-bills alone, but it reduces our travel time to and from jump points by 47%, which is going to be incredibly good for those start-stops. Not so much for the in-betweens. So yeah. We got some big plans, but we need some big cash to make it work. So for now, we're gonna roll one more day, get that Timby all patched up. Have a look around the store, see if anything's good. Okay, there's some good support weapons: chainsaw, cultivator, a tri-flamer. Not bad. Industrial cutting laser. A little bit less so. But the big thing I want to see is if there is pain shunts here. Yes. Finally. So you need about 1 million C-bills. Just roughly, you know, just a small loan of about 1 million C-bills. Nothing too big, right? Nothing too big at all. So yeah. Paint shunts. Very nice to have. And we're going to have to start working on those. But that's potentially another 4 million C-bills a pop too. So we're sitting here going, we're going to need all the money for this one. But let's get right into it, shall we? Something nice, something easy. 4x4 would be all right, I think, just to start things off. The big question is what to bring. Timmy's for sure. So I listened to a car guy. I've got this awesome project car. Now all I need is 3 years and $1 million and she'll be perfect. Oh, wow. Look at that other car. Yeah. I can't even laugh too hard on that one. I am that car guy. Might as well try to rob Comstar. Well, I'm thinking if we spend a little time here, put in the effort, we might be just fine. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, like, as far as me being that car guy, I do have a 1987 Z28 Camaro just kind of collecting rust at the moment. Bought that sucker 18 years ago. Did a little work on it. It's a shame, too, because she was baby blue. Baby blue T-top. And she's just rusting away in the bushes now. I don't have a steady place to put it, which is a shame. Someday. Someday when I'm all grown up. Maybe. But yeah, this is going to be a very expensive plan, and I'm not 100% sure. Like the Kodiak, the Chaos Theory is going to be a very good machine. 79Z28 was in high school. T-top, nice. I just like them. They're very nice cars.
Sensors online.
Very nice cars.
Online. All systems nominal.
But sadly, I drove it for like,
Command interface initiated.
I don't know, 4 months, and that's about it. And then I had to replace the fuel pump and had to drop the entire back end. Ooh, 84 Monte Carlo SS. Nice. Very nice.
Ready for action.
What do we got? Can't see them yet, but we do have hardcover, so we'll drop in. How about we do this right? So no one gets wrapped up in a building. And what? Okay, I was gonna say that better not be an Annihilator. It's a Guillotine. That's a Merlin. That's a Merlin. And that's a Shadowhawk. Okay, so Guillotine, 4 medium lasers, PPCs, SRM6. Not bad. Merlin, you're probably gonna be, oh, okay, not too bad. Twin medium pulses, ER PPC, Flamer, LRM10. Second Merlin has 4 medium lasers, PPC, LRM5. And Shadowhawk, you rocking that big gun in the back here? Can't quite tell, but you certainly do have the ballistic hard points for it. Let's start working on getting people lured in, shall we? Cody with the 50. What I'm hearing is you need some money to cover that car. I need a shop is what I need. Let me just go ahead and do one of these. Oh yeah, no, just need a shop. That's the big one. But thank you very much, Coyote. I do appreciate it. Who's up? Guillotine pushing in. Not quite taking the bait. We are searchlight affected. That's unfortunate. Battlecrow. Fully repaired Battlecrow with a brand new arm. Let's get that angel turned off. Baby steps. Someday. Hey, Vladimir, welcome in.
Hey there.
Braver in the Mad Cat Mark II. Do a hard push.
On the move.
Now, I don't want to stick my neck right around the corner right off the bat.
Receiving.
Bronzite is a little slower in initiative. In fact, I'm almost tempted to have them come a little closer. All things considered. Merlin jumping. Indirect on the Timby C with 1 missile landing and scratching the paint. I say we reserve 1 turn here. Another Merlin is jumping, of course. That one fully interdicted by the AMS.
Let's do this.
Reserve 1 more time. Everybody's got missiles coming. Timmy C is now AMS 3. It's all timed out. And the Guillotine has an SRM 6. Reserve. Yes, jump onto that wonderful explodey bit, Guillotine. Oh my goodness.
Yes, boss.
Let's start the day off right, shall we?
Copy that.
Hello and goodbye.
Flatten that one.
That was a whole lot of red. How you sitting, guillotine? Legs heavily damaged, rear armor stripped away. Lots of internal damage, no booms though, unfortunately. That's alright, we can make this work.
On my way.
Time to rush the guillotine, you betcha. Life would be better if that tag would have landed, but it did not. Medium laser and heat sink destroyed on the guillotine. Come on, Metal Crow, get around the corner. What are we looking at?
Confirmed.
We're looking at a whole lot of SRM-6s here about to be unleashed. Fire the streaks! That's a torso. PPC destroyed. A lot of things destroyed.
Standing by.
As for the Mark II, she only has one target. Oof. Oh, rounds up. Only landed one hit. Unfortunate. Let's see who goes first. Merlin in the rear, jumping and moving. Yeah, landed some hits on the TBC, indirect. That's right. Cactus.
Yes, Commander.
Everyone else has turned 14, so this is gonna hurt. Pop a guillotine. Guillotine down. Merlin into the field, swinging a miss with the PPC. And our Shadowhawk friend in the rear also jumping. Yeah, TBC is everybody's favorite today by the looks of it.
How can I help?
Alright, Battle Crow. I think we're gonna hit a Shadowhawk.
Confirmed.
Harnishing hits on the Shadowhawk. He's still standing though, but he is open.
Yes, Commander.
Mark II, push up, follow up. Heavy hits, Shadowhawk down.
Mech destroyed.
Moranzite, who's up? We have the potential to cause some massive injuries to some Merlins, and seeing as we got a flank here
Move order received.
on the 1B, we might take it. Ooh. The 1AR is a better hit chance. Rounds out. Tag landed. Yeah, Shadowhawk had a bad day.
Waiting for orders.
To put very bluntly, a very, very bad day. I'm gonna vigilance up. Can we pop a Merlin? That's an arm. With one medium pulse, that's about it. PPC still on the field. Ooh. Hard hits on the Great White. And second Merlin, you're up. Also jumping. Going for the TBC minor damage. To be honest, looks like they're all having a bad day. It's not the greatest, I will admit. We're not going to charge into the EM field, no thank you. Let's see, Merlin rounds out. That should be a boom. That's a boom. I'm happy you're doing good, Vladimir. Look, honestly, that's probably the best thing anyone can ask. As long as you're having a good time.
Moving out.
Mark II, pushing up. We're going to vigilance this. 'Cause I'm not going to be able to kill you. Ooh, that's spread though. Not good. Bronzite.
Commander.
Flank wide.
On the move.
Flank wide and rounds out. Also tagged. Very nice. Does he get to go first, though? No, he does not. Battle Crow is up. I'm going to stand and shoot for this one. Phenomenal firepower incoming. That's an arm. Side torso. We got stability issues. Did we get a knock? We did not. That was a lot of damage on that Merlin. Cactus.
Yes, boss.
Stand and shoot. Finish him off. Boom. Boom. Merlin down. Done and
Mission
done.
successful.
Never spent time on Solaris, so it should be interesting. So, Philip, yeah, it's a good way to make money and a good way to get inexperienced pilots quick experience without putting them in extreme danger. Depending on what you choose for missions, you're either going to be guaranteed only 4 enemies, or if you do 8x8, you're only going to be guaranteed 8 enemies, or if you do a 4x4 free-for-all, then you're guaranteed upwards of 8, but that's about it. So it is very, very nice. Was that one mission? 2.8 million C-bills right in our pocket. Very little damage, good experience for everybody. And quick, you bet. That's the entire point of it. You can get very quick money very, very quickly. I know some people would go in and edit game files and add cash. Yeah. Not exactly the best way of doing it. Good way to get bored. This is true. Yeah. But unlike sitting outside and just working on our regular missions, we need money. We do need the money, so... Good coffee. Good coffee. 3 days for repair, not bad. 90,000. 2 days for everybody. But it allows us a little bit of freedom to go ahead and play with the machines we have. Speaking of, let's swing by the Mech Bay. And let's talk... Ooh, who do we want first? Let's get that Fafner out of storage. So this Fafner, I think, is probably going to wind up being a very good machine. Probably going to make this into Gauss build. So I don't understand the point of tickets and invitations bought separately. Without them, I can also access a bunch of missions, but without them, the fee is several times higher. So with the invitation too, you also get, if I remember correctly, you get a chance for salvage, which you don't really get. Not salvage. You do get a loot box, which you don't get when you do regular missions. Just on off season. See what we got here. Nothing's. Oh, the NSS was not built in. That's a shame. What do we get? We got Hard Rider. Persistent electronic countermeasures cannot be toggled. This is ECM. Provides a carried ECM shield to 3 and reduces enemy jamming by 4. Ooh. Built in. Max up our armor and have a look at this. Heavy Gausses are a possibility. But what do we have here? I have one Heavy Gauss. Now, granted, there is another one on the tank I could strip out. And honestly, it's not really doing much there. But then again, that machine desperately needs experience in order for that to really sing. "10 missions with the tickets minimum, 0 loot crates." I may be mistaken. I don't know if they made changes at all or not. Hope I wasn't. we were to drop a heavy Gauss in there... Two there. Ooh. Well, there's no core in there right now. So yeah, that is 60 plus tons right now. Right now. And a 300 core in there before. If I do that now, about 1.5 tons over. But we can offset that. And if we were to give it... Endocomposite? And let's say ferrofibrous. Ferroendo. That gives us back 4.7 tons. Which is going to be just enough for ammo. But if I were to give it... Where's the Gauss Sniper? Right here. Give an FCS Gauss Sniper. +1 Gauss accuracy. +1 Gauss evasion. Ignored. At least the ammo won't go boom. That is true. Yeah. But if we bring this to field... I guess it's going to come down to what kind of ammunition we happen to have on hand. I do have a double bin of heavy. And we would need a couple other things. Well, see, the issue with the battle computers is we have to lose the FCS Gauss Sniper. How much better is +1 accuracy versus, say, +1 gunnery? So on this one, this is a very common question. The gunnery gives a certain percentage. So say, for example, what was it? It's not a full +1, but it does increase it. I think it was like 0.4, 0.6. I can't fully remember what the math was for it. But if you can do a flat +1 accuracy bonus versus +1 gunnery, you're going to be better off doing the +1 accuracy bonus. That being said, too, they've also hard capped the gunnery bonuses to +2 from any external sources after 10. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Now, granted, if you could do the +1 accuracy plus the extra gunnery, that's all just bonuses, and it's a wonderful thing to have. But it becomes a little bit of a catch-22. Is it only ballistic hardpoints, or can you drop heavy lasers in it? She has 2 laser hardpoints. 1 on each arm, so that could be a possibility as well. However, there's a lot of tonnage in Gauss rifles here. And that is the other issue. We don't have any double bins of Gauss, so we have to do... That is 16, 8 per. Again, there was a suggestion for gyros, which we're going to be really careful about, because if it starts bleeding into the side torsos, we can't have our Gauss rifles here, and these are the only locations for our ballistics. So like we do a compact, sure. Stability, sure. XL. I think this one starts taking in room in the side torsos. Nope, not this one. Okay. XL will sneak us a little bit. Double XL, I think, is where we're going to be into the torsos. Yep. So we can sneak an XL gyro in here and gain a little bit extra tonnage back. Other things I would like to do. Put a turret mount in here for that heavy Gauss. Give that puppy a +1 accuracy. And that's going to be our heavy hitter, so we're definitely going to need that. Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up between stability and XL. Now, granted, with this thing being a backliner, it's not going to be that much of an issue for stability, ideally. Air quoting here, ideally. And I believe we can also do... I do have a laser AMS. So we can add a little protection that way. How's our heat? -3 delta already. This could be a very incredibly punishing machine. A headshot BC would be very nice, yes. The downside would be that we would have to figure something else out for a load up, because we don't have much here. The built-in ECM is nice, but as far as available tonnage, and it's wiping out the FCS. Patchwork, maybe. We do have some. What have we got? Patchwork 3. We got one of those and 2 Patchwork T1s. Meg has a headshot BC installed in him. This is true. This is very true. Yeah, walk it off. Don't expose too much. Should be fine. That's kind of what I'm leaning for, more towards. The 100-tonner is not going to be going very fast. 300 core engine. 3 and 4. But with pinpoint weaponry like this one, I would say yes. And of course the affinities too. Like at 20 you get +1 evasion ignore and +1 gunnery. At 40 you get another +1 gunnery, +1 offensive, push accuracy, 10% called shot chance. So it's not crazy, but getting the extra +2 gunneries at 40 does kind of offset a few things, so additional accuracy is always very nice. What I would like... what I would like is a little more room for at least one more bin of regular ammo. The Gauss. I think this point in your RogueTech campaign is one of my favorite part of every run. Enjoying the hard-earned assault building time. I do love having a platform that is large enough to put the weapons that I oh so very much wish to use. Yeah, I think... well, the only other thing we could do is strip the heavy Gauss off of the tank and put 2 heavy Gauss rifles on here. But I don't think it's... That is a good question. Ammunition. What are we looking at for Gauss? We do have a couple extra bins. But that's not really a whole lot of ammunition per bin. Far cry from LPL. Since CSRM. Do you ever strip your back armor, or is that haram to you? Well, sometimes. Like for backliners, I have no problem. I have no problem stripping back armor. But the issue comes in where you have those ambush missions. Because they oh so very much like dropping people either on top of you or behind you. And it can be a little sketchy from time to time. Holy crap, Richard H. giving up the memberships there. Thank you very much, Richard. If you happen to have gotten a membership, by all means, please don't forget to reach out to Richard and say thank you. And guess who never got their notifications fixed? This guy! Yeah, that's stupid. But thank you, Richard. It is greatly appreciated. Yeah, so for back armor, yeah, I've got no problem stripping it out. But again, you just have to take that with a grain of salt, because normally when you strip out back armor, it's usually the one time you get a follow-up mission where it just ruins your day. Just makes you sad. So, lacking any zooms, we'll put a UAV compartment in. We don't need any thermals. As for available battle computers, there just isn't the tonnage for it. And we'll put the patchwork on there to get our tonnage back or strip some armor down. Like, this is the other thing I really hate about stripping armor. How much you need to strip in order to get viable tonnage. There is an optics. There is indeed an optics, but it's only up to 270 meters. Could you use clan endo to get some more ammo? So with the endo here, you get minus 25% structure weight change. If we were to get the endo clan, we could. But it takes up more room. And actually, for this machine, it's not going to be that big of an issue, because we have a whole bunch of free space. So that's actually a good suggestion. Good suggestion. In fact, that's a great suggestion. Save the composite for something that needs it, and use the clan endo because we have the room. Actually, I don't have to go minimize armor either. Theoretically, we have 2.5 tons left. With Hard Rider, we can't put any ECM in. We are going to put the extra bin of Gauss in. Let's put it here. Again, no explode, which is a great thing. So we do have 10 Alpha Strikes with our regular Gausses. We are one shy of 10 Alpha with the heavy Gauss, but we can slide another bin in. Do you have a recoil housing? So, I do have upper recoils. The issue is that the ballistics don't sit on the arms. And the -2 recoil is only for weapons that are installed in that location. So, unfortunately, that won't work. But then again, Gauss don't really have... Oh, the heavy Gauss has a recoil of 4. Ooh. Actually, you know what I do have? We have nanofluid dampeners. So these can be attached to autocannons or Gauss rifles. -2 recoil for AC, Ultras, and Gauss type weapons. -1 recoil for racks. It's a little hotter, but not too bad. So this mech will be a good Solaris build, short matches without long drawn out battles. Well, to be fair, this mech might be very good even in long drawn out battles. Again, the pinpoint damage is going to be the key thing. If you can get it accurate and get these shots to land, that's even better. And if you get Mig into the cockpit and tell him to headshot things, well, then that's just devastating. 780, 900 meters. Even a glancing blow. At, say, you go for a headshot and you clip this off somebody's torso or side torso or an arm. 150, armor's gone. 75, big hits. Armor piercing would be good. Unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot of ammunition in those bins. But back to the nanofluid. Yeah, I have to move the Gauss bin. So it does kind of kill half the recoil of the heavy Gauss. The heavy Gauss has 4 recoil each time you fire it. The other issue is, of course, the stability. Just need to hit 1 of 3 Gauss on the head and will be enough for most machines. That's kind of what the Supernova headshotter we ran relied heavily on. It had 4 LIs. You know, and it was a monster for headshots. An absolute monster for headshots. So if we can recreate that with 3 Gauss, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Except for maybe a quick shell Banshee with the howlings and whatever the heck else it has. Stability gyro. We're gonna lose a lot of what we gained with our XL gyro for tonnage. That's where the problem's gonna lie. Now, 48 stability is not bad. Especially if you don't run in this machine. That's going to be the big kicker on this. Whether or not we fire the heavy Gauss every turn is also another kicker. But if you don't run in the Fafner, you shake off your stability damage each time you shoot the heavy Gauss. You don't get as bad as a penalty from running versus walking. And I think we'll be fine. I think we will be fine. Where's my T1s? I need my patchwork, and I need to go. Well, there's no room in the torso, no room in the head, no room in the side torsos. Don't want to put this in the arm. That's a little better. A Godzilla Hunter? Oh, God. Side note, if we do get a Godzilla, I will make that thing purr. But yes, this is something that could stand up to a Godzilla, technically. Turn it to a giant. Piloting gives 2 brace to fire per point. Oh, nice. And with MiG's current setup, I think MiG has gunnery and tactics. A little bit of room left in piloting, but that's not too bad. So, taking into account even at half piloting, that's what? Instead of 48, it's 38. So still not bad. It's not going to be overly punishing. We do have laser AMS to kind of ward off any indirect attacks. Stable weapons does have -1 recoil with ranged weapons, which is actually really good. Like, if I were to build this any other way, I would say keep the heavy Gauss and then roll in PPCs. Honestly. If we had more double bins of heavy Gauss ammunition. If we had more double bins, I would take that heavy Gauss off the tank, put it in here. That would save us... Yeah, what was that? 12, 12, 24. That would save us 6 tons. And we might be able to sneak a PPC in. But we don't have the ammunition for it. So it just won't work. Now, could we slide other things in here if we did that? Absolutely. We don't have an XL engine in here. We don't have any cooling in here aside from what's base, and we're already at -3 delta. But yeah, like you mentioned there, Philip, it's not a bad build price. For 2.3 million, you have a potential headshot monster. Potential. Keep in mind, potential headshot monster. Cockpit. Anything fancy? We can put the clan cockpit in. That's not going to change much. Put a piloting B in. We have no A's, which sucks. But that's okay. Sensors, we got the hard rider. We're going to leave that in. Unfortunately, with the hard rider in, we can't do a EI install. We could do a... again, no, we can't. I was going to say we do a torso-mounted cockpit, but if we do the torso-mounted cockpit, we'd also need the XL engine to offset the lack of the gyro. So, I got 2 improved heavy Gauss right now, but only 1 double bin. Ouch. Oh, the pain. The pain. So this is going to take a month. That's all right. We'll get that running. Now, if we get more improved Gausses down the road, absolutely, we're gonna play with that for a little bit. Next up, let's talk Conquistador. Things that we can't live without. TSM. And she's already 700,000. Ugh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Max armor. We get 22 tons to play with. Make it a nightmare. The thing is, I gotta think about this shield too. Like, we can't remove the shield. And unfortunately, she gets -2 accuracy in passive mode. For this arm and this torso. If we put it into active, we get arm, adjacent side, torso, center, torso, and head. These 4. So ideally, all of our weapon systems will be on this side. And all of our internals will be on this side. Make it an immortal conqueror. Immortal conquistador. What a thought, eh? What a thought. Omni can't replace the gyro. It's got a light engine, 300 core. She's got 4 and 6 movement. She's got TSM. And -30 delta. I don't think I have. I don't. $10-ton hatchet is just too heavy. Far too heavy. Streak SRM boat, potential. But then you start getting into dangerous territory when you start using the heat. So like for missiles, because it has TSM, because TSM is going to be an integral part to its movement, we want to be warm. And if we're warm, ammunition is going to be a problem. Like Coyote's got a good suggestion, pulse lasers. That's a possibility. We could run hot with pulses, and we don't run that risk of explosion. So that's a possibility. Get rid of that hatchet. And I don't want to replace the armor. I do not want to replace the armor on this thing at all. Disco backstabber. Well, you know, the funny thing about discos, You gotta have them. And that is probably like one of the ones I just don't have. We do have large chem lasers, but again, with your being finicky with that heat, you don't want ammunition in here. And at 22, you don't really have a whole lot of room for anything really big. What we do have is ER medium lasers. 30 damage, 600 meters. 9-10 clan pulses plus a tag kappa. Well, unfortunately, we don't really have... we got 14. We could. 42, 480. Let's talk. Heat will be too high, no room for sinks. Counterpoint. Counterpoint, my good sir. We have an emergency coolant system +2. So this will kick in at 120% heat. Perfect. We're not going to do the radical kits, but we will do clan kits. This brings us back down to 24 delta, and we still have 5 tons to play with. Ally heavies. And we haven't even touched the heat banks. We do have thermal exchanger and cool shots. That's a little too heavy. Actually, on that note. When does the cool shot activate? Activates when 40 heat damage taken. Maybe run with a Mark III IFF. Thermal exchanger, is it too heavy? No, it's not. And yes, this is me going, yes, the IFFs have their role. So, combat shield passive has these two sides covered. The BC heat, we actually want to be a little warm. So, I don't think we have a BC heat. We actually don't. But that's okay. We can put BC energy. Oh. We put an optics in. Flat range boost. Yeah, 480 meters, bring that up. Give me a tracking. Ooh. As long as you guard that left side, it's a beast. And don't worry, this is passively guarding it. So passive mode, install arm and adjacent side torso, gain 40% damage reduction, 80% AP damage, and TAC reduction. Active mode does the same. But then it goes from just the left or the right arm and right torso to arm, torso, center, and head when active. So it's decent. Very decent. About the only thing I really don't like is the weapon model. Sorry, the damage model. Sorry. The new damage model that spreads the damage all over the machine. It kind of negates the use of a shield. Which kind of sucks. You know, just saying. But what can we do? It has no ECM. And this is where the problems begin. Has no ECM. Oh, and as something that's going to be right in the thick of things, well, we're going to need... Definitely going to need a slave unit on this thing. It's a KT Mech's already optimized heavy. Use the stock configurations to get your build. Baby Gauss is good. I would have loved to have kept this. Honestly. So if we're going to look at tonnage, then it comes down to the question of whether or not pulses are a good idea or just using ER medium clans. The cooling pods, you can activate it if you need it. We have an emergency cooling system. We'll be good. It'll get hot enough to run the TSM and then kick in and cool everything down after a turn or two. I think. 30 versus 42. These are pulsed. Grouping would be good. This would give us another 8 tons back. Current damage, though, is 336. If I were to switch the pulses in the torso with ER mediums... it's still fairly low. And we could do a little bit of tweaking. This is going to be an Omni lower. They were building death-dealing machines and YouTube hit me with the advert starting off with healing journey begins. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, that's good. That's good. ERM for range, MPL for damage and accuracy. Invasion ignore on the medium pulses. Like, as far as what this machine is going to be doing, this machine is designed to be a tank. I think we can all agree on that one. It's in there to get real close and draw fire and just make everyone's life miserable. That's at 28 heat. That's a little... That is a little warm. But if I were to give you... We do have cooling pods. We could install them. Beagle or Angel? Or Active Probe? I think that'd be alright. Weapon mount heat to the arm. So, unfortunately, it's an Omni. I can use the Omni lower. But, unfortunately, it can't be used on an Omni for a lower arm actuator. Like, if I were to get rid of that and then put in the weapon mount heat, it's not going to work. I have to use the Omni lower. And that's all I get. And I might agree, Code. I think the Angel might be a better one. Mainly because we get into the thick of everybody, we turn that Angel on, we suddenly become the bane of everyone's existence, right? No worries, no worries. We're all here to learn. This is part of the fun. Where's my Angel? Where's my Angel? So what I can do... this gets a little dicey here. The active out of here. The Angel needs 2 spots. Let's put the Guardian in the center torso. What? Get rid of the Guardian. There we go. That's better. And then put the active probe in the torso. Well, for Guardian for one reason, leaves wait for AMS. Unfortunately, and this is the kicker, I think we're all out of laser AMSs. We are out of laser AMSs. Yeah, that was my bad, Penguin. I tried to jam 2 ECMs on there. It's my bad. So, we have no laser AMS. And with this machine designed to run hot, we are not putting ammunition into it. That's just not going to happen. So, good drop. Ooh, tag. Actually, yeah. Good drop a tag in. That puts us at 1 ton. This requires 3. Oh, I'd love to put the no, that's not armor. Objective padding. I don't want to lose armor to make this work. But I might. You know, actually, I might just lose a little bit here. Because it regens after all, it's not so bad. All right, so Angel ECM, you get in when you're hot, turn it on, and you become everyone's little darling. You have the regen, you have the damage reduction from missiles, minus 45%, ballistic and missile attacks, internal repair systems. Repairs 15 armor in all locations and 10 structure in all locations. Unit immune to hull breaches. One day you'll find me someone disposable to fix your AMS need. Someday, but it is not this day. We have another clan cockpit? We do. How about sensors? The clan sensors. I would love an EI kit on this thing. Although, to be fair, I think a vehicular DNI would probably be better. So again, not much of a damage machine, but she is meant to be a tank. A little bit slow for my taste, 75 ton mechs, but looks extremely cool and dangerous. 4 and 6 is not bad. TSM kick on. We get another, was it 60% boost? 60% walk distance boost. That brings it up to 6 and 6. And yes, the beauty of it being an Omni. Only 7 days to get this puppy turned around. So not bad. Not bad. We'll go ahead and validate this sucker.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too
Nigeria, you're gonna probably be sitting backline. And we still have to get this Mad Cat Mark II-P assembled. But we do have our set up, and that Fafner is 32 days. Oh god. Alright, so we will sneak out 2 more days. Oh, local pirates hate us. Cool. Might as well pull up a chair. Everybody hates us. That's the way that one goes. Alright, before we get stuck back in though, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Reading the Conquistador tax way. Oh no. We'll see in 5 days if I decide to do that. For now though, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick little reload for coffee. Get up, stretch, smoke them if you got them. We'll be back in a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to hit the dirt and see what we get. See everybody shortly. let's get right back into it. Trying to get this cheetah computer from pirates. Oof, good luck with that. Good luck. Especially if I'm laughing. So what we're saving seabills. I'm looking at this more of a... Not so much saving seabills at the moment, but we are getting the Lance back up and running so we can actually do other things than just hang around at Solaris for a little bit. So, you know, it's kind of a win-win. What? Tsunami warning. From Ontario, California. Expected arrival is Wednesday. That's 2 days from now. Holy crap. Well, there's your warning. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hear nobody get caught out unawares from that one. 48 hours notice. All right. That said, let's make that drop. And 4x4 for 3.7. That's a good chunk of change, and that would actually allow us to refit that Mark IIP into something as well. That wouldn't be that bad. This is going to be a little bit more troublesome. I want to run the wolves with this. That is a question. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we'll just switch that over. Whoops! You know, it was so much nicer back when I used to stream on Twitch when I had all my buttons laid out, and I don't have it now. I should probably fix that. We'll add that to the list of things I say I should probably do, but never do. Yes, video's back. We're good. Whoops. But yeah, we're just humming and hawing here. We're looking at a 2.5 Red Skull difficulty. And I'm trying to figure out what would be a better machine to run. Like, do you want to run the Wolves? Bronzite desperately needs experience. That's no ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm just trying to figure out if we want to run... long range doesn't really have much of a role in a 4x4. And to be honest, if we can get ourselves another improved heavy Gauss, well, I don't know. This one has the same recoil. Slightly less stability damage. TACs are the same. I wouldn't say the improved is any better than what the heavy Gauss is at the moment. Yeah. I think we'll be alright. Let's deploy and find out, shall we? Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 on that one. Slightly less stability damage for 25 less damage. Same range. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a good swap. 2 tons more. Yeah. I don't know. Well, what we are going to try and do... I guess with MiG switching to the Fafner, the rifleman's not really going to have much of a role anymore. Which is kind of okay. Like, having 4 large pulse lasers is nice, but we really want that that headshotting machine. The fall off difference, memory serves. Oh, okay. That's probably a good point. Yeah, the fall off difference might make all the difference in the world in those ones.
All systems nominal.
You could do more damage shorter range, but yeah, it's not going to solve much of a problem if you have a backliner. It's going to be very warm, very warm. What are we looking at here? Guys on the ground there. Yeah, I guess this might be the best spot for everybody. Let's drop and see what we got. Got a whole lot of nobody on sensors at the moment. Huh.
I've got your back.
Flank left or flank right? Let's go. Let's send the battlecrow right.
Ready to run.
Alright, what do we got? Ooh. We got Sunder. LBX AC-20 and twin PPCs. And an Excalibur with a Gauss. LRM-20 and AMS. And how about this side? Barghest with a pepperbox rifle, machine gun Blackwell, 3 medium pulses, and an LRM-30P. Oh, well, you're not a legend killer. Wolfman, bolt-on rockets, AMS flare, twin rack 2Ps, and twin medium laser Ps. All right. We have some hard cover between us and them.
Yes, Commander.
Cactus, I want you. That is indeed a pepperbox Berg. Let's collapse right side.
Need something, Chief?
Well, right side flank. Mach 2 is going to be a little bit behind. Slow moving sneezer. There we go. Wolfman's a little quick. Barg should be fairly slow. I was incorrect. Barg is actually fairly quick. Great White, we're gonna put you behind some hard cover. Let's see what we get. First up, Cactus.
Standing by.
We're gonna keep you protected, Cactus.
Roger that.
This mountain here should protect from the Wolfman and the Barg, and allow us to engage the terrible hit chances. Vargas served my team long and well until it was replaced by Thunder Stallion, some hero variant. Ooh. I'm going to go for this Excalibur because that Gauss kind of worries me. Even though the hit chance is not the best. Uh, 14. Wolfman can jump.
Reporting major armor loss.
Yep, Wolfman could indeed jump. Ouch.
How can I help?
Battlecrow front and center on that Excalibur. Let's cook that AMS to the max. Only 14 missiles fired, driving the Excalibur back. Sunder, however, moving forward. Ow. Ow. Just laying into the TBC.
What's up, boss?
And Mark II. You do have a target.
Roger.
Not a good hit chance, but a chance. And one Gauss hits. Almost took an arm off. Barghest in the rear. Indirect on the TBC. God, they don't love those Timberwolves at all, do they?
Waiting for orders. Copy that.
Well, Great White, what do we got? Perfect hit chances on the Sunder. Need to change Cactus's name to Will. Everyone's firing at him. That's a possibility. Excalibur, that is a tempting target. Even at 40% hit chance, but I think we'll go for the Sunder. That's a lot of armor on the Sunder. We'd go for the Wolfman and rip an arm off him. Or run the chance of ripping an arm off him. Let's go for the Sunder. Maybe we'll cluster good and cook through some armor. Up. Head hits. PPC crits.
Critical hit.
Who gets to go first? Wolfman. Oh, he's going for the... Ooh, TBC is having a bad day.
Affirmative.
Get down here, Battle Crow. Engage the Sunder. That's 51. Come on, rip them apart. Another head hits.
Take that as a lesson.
A couple more, actually, by the looks of it. Cactus.
Good to go.
I do not have the capability to move you anywhere safe. Hmm. Well, it's going to be Barg. You turn 11. My best chance is to try and hug this mountain.
On my way.
Brace up. Indirect fire coming in, probably for the wolf. Yep. Why was that the time it had to land and be accurate? Excalibur is just out. We have one more chance to kill the Sunder. Bronzite front and center.
Yes, I'm there.
Kill me a Sunder. Sunder down.
Commander?
Braver, I am not going to take that shot because there happens to be somebody directly behind him.
On the move.
But we can take a shot from here. Rounds up.
Go time.
Wolfman gets to go first. He's jumping. Going for the Battle Crow. I will take the target shift.
You need more practice. Commander?
Cactus, I want you running for cover. Give me evasion.
No shooting, just running.
Just get out of there.
How can I help?
Battle Crow, stand and shoot. Well, heat's a problem, aren't you? Turn off 2 streak 4s.
Firing.
That's what I think of your flares.
Oh, no. Punch right through his armor.
Alright, move.
Roger.
They have a red line, but not bad.
Cuts his heat.
Mad Cat, stand and shoot. Wolfman down.
Hostile remove.
All right, Excalibur looks like he's trying to get back into the fight. And he whiffed his Gauss shot at the Mad Cat Mark II. Perfect. Barg. Indirect on the Battlecrow. Again, incredibly accurate.
It's barely a scratch. Good to go.
Bronzite wide flank.
Give them everything you've got.
And not much movement I can do here with this heat level, but... Holy crap. Oh, Warlord ain't gonna help me much here. We're gonna Vigilance to just cool down this turn.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
What a time for... What a time for a failure. There's a clear shot.
Roger.
Red line, get that Excalibur.
My mech is overheating.
And we're looking at whose turn what? Your turn 5? Yeah, I'm just gonna get you right out and disengaged. Excalibur lands that Gauss round. Armor held. All is good. Barghest. Going for indirect on Battlecrow. Again, incredibly accurate cluster. Center torso.
Let's do this.
Bronzite.
Moving to position.
Yeah, Bronzite is indeed a rookie. He desperately needs experience. Ugh.
Firing on.
Might actually get a kill here, though. No, but we've really opened up that Excalibur.
Roger that.
Battlecrow, hard push. Give me a boom.
Roger that.
That is indeed an Excalibur down, so just the Barghest.
Battle mech down.
Ready for orders.
And we have very little movement due to heat. Cactus.
Waiting for orders.
I don't want to bring you back in here yet, just yet, because that Barghest can still kill you.
Standing by.
Flank left.
Moving fast.
And that's a lot of heat thrown on the field. Thank you, Barghest.
Roger.
Bronzite, what are we looking at for your heating problems after that? Not bad. Okay, Vigilance up. Rounds out. Tag landed.
My lead. You've got my attention.
Battlecrow. Step in. We are redlining, but not bad. Rounds out.
I'll break him in two.
Barghest is open. Is that a knock? No, but it is a panic. Bronzite gets a turn. Let's see if we can finish him off. How's our heat? That's a little over the red. Just turn one of our mediums off when we're golden. Give me a boom. There we go. Barghest down.
Hope we can salvage it.
Mission successful.
Perfect. Quick little mission. What was it? 3.7 million C-bills. We'll take. Versus repairs. So Timmy took us some beatings. Probably looking at 150 C-bills, I think, for repairs. Couple more days. Not bad, though. 3.4 minus the drop. Soul's out for 8 days because of that neural feedback issue. Not bad, not bad. But hopefully this does give us the ability to have a look at the Mark II-P and kind of have a figure about what we're going to do with it. The big issue is going to be what the repair costs are. I'm saying around 150. There's 2 machines were badly hit. Mark II took 1 solid hit. That was about it. 67 armor. 281. That's not bad. We still have 4.4 in the bank. Nice and quick, just as I planned. As for everybody else, I'll put the Timby top of the order here. We can still sneak in, turn around here, but let's go to the mech bay.
Nice to see you down here.
And have us... Nigeria, do we just scrap it? We have better machines, bigger machines coming. Like the sensor tracker would be not bad on somebody else. Thing about Solaris is you can see a wide array of weapons and armor and figure out strategies to include them as well as counter them. This is true in a controlled environment. That's the big kicker. The controlled environment really helps. I don't think the Nightier is worth the money to repair. Who piloted it? That was Casper. So our pilot is dead. So if we rebuild it, we're going to be starting from scratch on everything. And honestly, if we're going to be trying to field some better machines, some bigger, better machines, I don't think the Niger has a slot here anymore. Let's have a look at the Mark IIP here. Do I still have a carrier tank? I do. We still have our carrier? Swarms, Clan, and Fast Cam. She's still on the board. The Athena, however, we lost a Hyper Assault 30s, so that's unfortunate. I have 1 in stock. I don't have 2. The torso mounted cockpit is not built in. Mortar carrier with the mortars off the Nightier. It might be a better use. Like with these mechs, I kind of want them to be brawling as best they can. Having a machine that kind of hits on, you know, a percentage chance, not exactly very good to me. That's my personal opinion on that. But having a tank to it, that's a different story. It's free tonnage to us at that point. So having a mortar carrier is entirely possible. The issue, though... Let's talk about the vehicles here for real quick. This one has missile hard parts only. The Chaparral also has missile and energy, so no ballistics. And I don't believe we have any vehicles. No, we cleaned up a lot of our other stuff too. So having a mortar carrier, it's not, I'm not saying I wouldn't like it. We just don't have the capability to field one. As for this machine, variable targeting range. Very nice. I think we need a 350 core at minimum here. Three and 5. Let's 360 get us. 4 and 6. Well, I could put the night gear back in storage, and it could very well be a thing, but I have to repair it first. So it's going to cost us money to put it back in storage. Now, at the moment, right now, money's not that big of an issue. I don't have enough protos to make that worthwhile. Might keep the jump jets for now. The 4 and 6. I would almost rather this thing be a kind of an assault mech. So if we put Lamellar on it with endo steel. 1.2. 1.2. Oh, hold on a second. Nigeria does indeed have some things we want. It cost me $85,000 to repair it. Strip all the equipment out, repair it. We can validate that.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Put it into storage. And let's get right back onto it again. 360 core is what we had. 4 and 6. We'll keep the cockpit interface for the torso mounted, which means we're going to have to spend money and get someone trained up on actually being able to use it. Okay. Give me the Mark II. And give me I don't think I picked up any IATM ammunition, have I? No. Yeah, score 360. I thought I put it in. Must have missed it. There we go. So this gives us 22.3 tons. As soon as we get the Indo and Pharaoh Lamellar back on here, that's 24 tons. 24 tons to play with. We could do an XL. We could do a double XL. How much is this going to cost us? 7 million sea bills. Ouch. Oh, God. So expensive. Okay. But what would we do with this if we had a double XL in here? How about that? Just an XL? What are we looking at? 5. Okay. Big difference between viable and non-viable here. Someone is proud of that engine. Someone is, but man. Get a +1 accuracy bonus via longer or shorter ranges with that. This is kind of where I'm thinking with the sensor tracker. I think we want to save that one for the Fafner, really. Maybe previous build wasn't too bad just because of price. Like, I would love if if I put the ATM 12 here. What else do we have? I think we had 2 ATM 6s, 1 ATM 6P. We got plenty of ATM 6s here, though. The bonus of the ATM 12P are the pirate versions of all things. They roll individually for the missiles. So this is like the old style of how the missiles used to work before this update. Or this new season. Which is, you know, good because you get some damage when you fire. You don't just get 0 damage. Versus say an ATM 9. Which only fires whenever you have a guaranteed hit chance. So you get, what was it, plus minus 3.4 per missile. So yeah, kind of a catch-22 on this one. We don't have enough to make it run, and the ATM 12P is very heavy, 7 tons for 60 damage. Like, it's not really worth it in the grand scheme of things. Plus the jam chance. Even the MML 20s, not really high up on that list. But if we were looking at our PPCs, so we do have an ER PPC plus capacitor. 50 damage with a misfire chance. Ugh. Honestly, maybe scrap it and move on. The Mad Cat Mark 2P, a 90-ton assault. I think we could make this work. We just have to think about what we want to do is all. That's the big question. Could give it some LIs. 600 meters. Long range. Eh. And we only have 1 energy here. Heat's disgusting. But we don't have a cooling kit in here yet. That didn't make it much better. But it is 69. Nice. So. We do have 4 emergency heat sinks we can do. Or internal heat sinks. Brings us up to 45. There's that zoom for the Fafnir. Which would be really good. Hey, Tassoth, welcome in. No worries, it was kind of a last-second decision here. We're just trying to figure out how we want to make the Mad Cat Mark 2P sing. She's got energy hard points. I think we stick with the LIs versus, well, the ER PPCs. 5 less damage, roughly the same heat, but way longer range. A little heavier. Well, you work the 400, 610 missions. I think it's not bad. I don't think, anyways. I've got the slave unit in there. And then the missiles. Missiles and battle computers. Kind of building a machine no one can really run at the moment, aren't we? With that center-mounted cockpit. We pull that. Slap an XL in there, get some tonnage back. Did they gain tonnage or lose tonnage? They lost tonnage. That's disgusting. This machine desperately needs an XL or double XL engine. Oh, that is painful. Financially painful. Like, if I were to build something out of this, let's talk shop here real quick. What would we do for everything else? That means credits, you bet it does. So it might not be worth it building with it right now. Let's talk theory. Let's talk theory. .5 tons for 42 max 600 meters versus... I don't have any more. Don't have any more streak 6s. I do have streak 4s. .5 tons less. Hey, Richard. Need to head out. Thanks for the stream. Have yourself a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for stopping on by, and thank you very much for the memberships you gave it earlier. Again, if you got a gifted membership, don't forget to reach out and let Richard know. Thank you. We need... What do we need that would make this thing very, very good? Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the kicker. It needs that XL or double XL engine in order for this thing to sing. Then your pain in the wallet really begins. Yeah. I will agree. You know what? We're going to leave this one for now. I think the variable range targeting is good. I still want to use this machine. But either with a interfaced cockpit or an EI unit, we're not going to be able to run it without having someone else trained. So we'll leave that for now. I need 6 days for the end of the month.
That work order is complete, boss.
MRB console done.
Work, if I may say so.
Just trying to think if we have enough for a duel. There's a 1v1. 1v1 solo duel in the desert. Why not? Let's sneak something in here. What would be good for a duel machine? Battle Crow. Souls out. Dark Chaos. Get in here. The whole reason for Solaris 7 was C-bills? Well, you know, you're not wrong. It was to get C-bills, to fix some machines up, make some changes, and start squaring away some money for that very long haul to get to Chaos Theory. I am not going to subject everybody here to that horrendous grind, as a side note, because that is a very, very long ways away. Send the Athena, I would, if she had working Hyper Assault 30s, and she does not. The other thing I should probably send, actually, is the Thunder Gun. But she doesn't have anywhere near enough ammo, and her accuracy is terrible. But she desperately needs experience or affinities,
Weapons online.
which is terrible.
All systems nominal.
All terrible all the time.
Command interface initiated.
All right, what do we got? Who do we see? We see nobody. I was preparing for an epic road trip. Well, you know, it's still going to be a very, very long road trip. It's just not going to be a thing that we do today. Oh, Rifleman. What kind of Rifleman? The kind that's faster than me, so it's 55 ton. And Rockin' Gauss, okay. Hi. Twin Light Gauss, integrated laser AMS. It's Mahacha. The perfect counter to this bloody machine. Hard cover, a little closer. We're gonna make him crawl up that ridge line. Oh, he can still see us. We can't see him, but he can still see us, potentially. That's awesome. Yeah. Can't hit the broadside of a barn, though.
Standing by.
Okay, we should have move after shooting. Wow, it's integrated laser AMS did nothing here.
Critical hit.
Okay, well, buddy, tell you what, we're gonna move right into hard cover.
Roger.
And what are you gonna do now? Oh, nothing, because we get to move first.
Ready for orders.
Well, no sensors. What a wonderful time for that. Oh, that was a boom.
Tango.
Can't hit the barn from inside it.
Mission successful.
Oh, that was a quick and easy little chunk of change. I'll take that. We did take damage on the Battle Crow, though I wouldn't think any more than a day or two of repairs. 1.4 in the back pocket. Not injured. Yeah, just under... just about half armor. And yeah, ugh. The ammo may not explode, but there's a violent discharge when those Gausses get hit. So that's a thing. Just check it up on where we're sitting at the storm front here. I have 2 days of severe weather coming in. It's been interesting the last little bit. And oh god, that's a phone call I have to take. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I have to get offline and take care of a couple other things. So I apologize for the rapid quickness to which this stream is ending. But that's about all the time we got for BattleTech today. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the stream, by all means, please don't forget to hit those buttons on the YouTube channel. Everything is very, very important, very, very helpful. And I will post later and see what's going on. Can you keep the smoke up there? No, everyone's going to have the air quality of 1,771, which was recorded yesterday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize again for the quickness in which we are ending today's episode. I do hope you take care. I hope you take well, I guess it is the work week. Stay safe. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I will post up if we get time to run the State of Decay 2 stream later on today. Take care, all. I'll see you in the next one.